I'll talk for just a few minutes, and then we'll have instructors come up and they'll share some of their experience and learnings and joy from the week, and each one will bring up some students who wanted to share their reflections, and we'll just go one instructor at a time, and we'll do that for a half hour or something like that. And Dawn at the end will share. Dawn will share his reflections on an amazing interview discussion clinic that Dawn gave, which was, as Dawn likes to say, not 16 tips for how to excel in your interview. It was much more subtle and interesting than that, in just the fashion that Dawn does things and in the fashion that we like to do it here at Reason and Rationality. So, okay, let me just say a little bit about my story and what made me want to do this. Very briefly, I had the experience when I got to college at Princeton that immediately as I started to do philosophy, which I kind of had an inkling in my head was the right thing for me, right? I think a lot of people here maybe had that inkling, maybe they knew something like this was out there, and that's what lured you towards this. I had that inkling in my head, and then I found it. I found it immediately when I got to Princeton, and what grabbed me was that I could be a full participant. From the very beginning, there are really so few disciplines like that, where even the beginners, if you're at the right intelligence level, which everybody here is at, you really feel like you're participating, and the instructors are drawing you into that feeling of really being engaged with it on the same level as the current philosophers who are doing it. I felt that. I was invited into that at Princeton, so that when you're taking a walk or you're in the shower, you're engaged in it. That's part of the excitement level. That's what the instructors here are giving to the students earlier than I got it. If you're gonna have that experience, you have to have mentors to bring you into it. That's what I finally got at Princeton. These are the best mentors that there could possibly be. To be invited into participating, you need to be given the ideas. Somebody needs to share those ideas with you, point you in the right direction, to the right things to consider, the right things to think about. And you need to have somebody to converse with, right? So if you're just isolated on YouTube, you're not fully participating. These instructors are not just great philosophy instructors. They're really kind of the best. Well, not kind of. They are the best of the best. So they're philosophy students at the highest level, at the highest institutions that got further sorted, right? Because we're looking for people who really have the love and joy of it, who have the energy that they share with students. So the way the week went for parents, it was really what you saw today. The classes were all of that nature. They were a little bit of instruction, and there was a lot of back and forth. And some were, a little bit more heavy on the instruction if it was a technical point to be in, and some were more heavy on the instruction. But on average, it was about what you saw today. The benefits of this compound, right? All my teachers, when I approached them about participating in Reason and Rationality, they all said, I wish this existed when I was in high school, because as soon as you get it, you start getting on the ramp. And so I'm pleased that you are here to all start on that and get on that journey. So I do want people to know this is obviously it's a very intensive and very high quality experience, right? And we want to extend it more. We want to create almost a movement of this for more people to have this experience. So go home, please tell your friends, tell your teachers about this. We're going to be doing it again next year, hopefully at Princeton Theological Seminary. They've given us dates. Those are the dates for Princeton Theological Seminary. It's going to be the same session as this. We're calling it the Foundation, or the same program. We're calling this what we did, these 20 topics, the foundations, but then there will be the advanced program for people who have gone through it, like all of you. If you did both already, you can choose. You can either do the part of the foundations program, the first 10, which were done at Princeton. You can either do that, or you can just go right into the advanced program, and everything will be run concurrently. You have a question? Did you have a question? No. Everything will be run concurrently. So if you want to go to the advanced session, which is going to be topics of existence and the meaning of life, maybe we'll talk about free will, then you can go to that, you can bring your friends, and the programs will run concurrently. Let me see if there's anything else I needed to say. Oh, one other thing I should mention. And if anybody is interested in having kind of a reason or rationality event at their school, let me know about that. We don't have anything like set, but we'd love to talk to you about that, like a seminar or a 2-hour thing. And we would, please let me know if you're interested. We'll be able to coordinate with your school and get reason or rationality into schools in the fall maybe, or the spring. So next let's do teachers. Joe. So everybody, Joe Schmid. Joe Schmid, like all of our teachers, equally good philosophy instructor and talent show extraordinaire. Joe, come on up and